Hi, this is Steve. I can remember one time that I was on a bus getting a ride, and it was just a local transit bus, and the bus was stopped. It was waiting to go in a little while, and the bus driver was just sitting there, and this guy came from outside, and he said, "Hey, is this bus going downtown? Is this bus going downtown?" And it was going to the beach. The bus driver wasn't listening to him because the guy was appearing to be very rude. And then all of a sudden he said, "Hey, lover boy! Hey, lover boy!" And the bus driver said, "You're pretty rude." And the guy flies in the bus, and he was about to hit the bus driver. And me, I stepped into the aisle because I know that the bus driver being in that situation is totally defenseless being in that situation because he's at work and he's like thinking about liability and all that stuff. So it wouldn't be a fair fight. So I was going to step in there, not create anything if it was going to happen. Stepped in the aisle, and the guy had stopped before he had done anything. And a little while later, I went to ask him for directions, and I said, "Hey," I didn't know the bus driver. I said, "Hey, I just want you to know that I had your back. I would have flown up there, and because it wasn't fair, because you're in this job to be able to do that, I jumped in there." And all of a sudden, I just said, "Hey, do you like your job? How long have you been doing it?" He said, "I've been doing it 4 years." He said, "Tell you the truth, I really don't like it." And the guy was a very, very nice guy. And I'm sitting there talking to him, and just like, "Hey, this guy's a nice guy. Why doesn't he like this job?" I'm like thinking, but I'm not coaching him. A lot of people think I do that, but I'm not coaching him. I'm just listening to him. And then when I was leaving, somebody flies on the bus. I step to the side, and the guy throws an elbow at me. And then I looked at the bus driver and smiled, and he goes, "See what I mean?" And I was like, that doesn't happen to me. People don't throw elbows at me. I was in his energy. He was creating that. And even to the fact that he was gloating for the fact that, see what I mean? That was the environment that he was creating on his bus. That was the environment that he felt comfortable in, that I'm not happy with my life. Totally nice guy. But he was creating that. Because I've seen guys that are even rude that they don't have those issues as far as bus drivers and other people. But he was creating that environment, and he was probably responding to something that happened to him when he was a young kid. And he's recreating that over and over again and projecting it on everybody around it and said, "See what I mean? I'm not crazy." And we all do that in many different ways. How are you doing it? How are you taking situations? How am I doing it? How am I taking situations that I'm not getting empowered? I'm getting attention in ways that doesn't serve me. How can we get attention in empowering ways? Steve Jones, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it empowers you in many different ways, and I don't have anything else to say. Peace.